Now, women make up nearly half of Nigeria's population, yet many remain excluded from full economic participation due to limited access to finance, skills, and opportunities. Today, our conversation is on women and economic empowerment, why it matters for national growth, and how targeted interventions can turn women into drivers of productivity, innovation, and wealth creation. Joining us is Victoria Ogwuche, founder and global president of the Connect Foundation for Women Empowerment, an organization working to equip women with skills, resources, and platforms to thrive economically. We are glad to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much, Ineka. So amazing to be here.
Great. Now, when we talk about women economic empowerment, what does it truly mean? And why is empowering women not just a social issue, but a serious economic strategy for Nigeria?
Women, when you talk about women economic empowerment, it just simply means giving women the right tools, the right access and capacity to build and earn their own wealth in a sustainable manner. So just giving women the opportunity to build. And you know, you've heard so many times that when you build a woman, you build the nation. So you cannot overemphasize the fact that it is very important to empower women in order for her to be drivers to build the nation and, you know, help the nation to grow bigger and better. So it is important for women to be financially sustainable for themselves and for their family, so that the nation indirectly is also affected and everyone is growing.
Now, from your work at Connect Foundation, what are the biggest obstacles you've observed preventing women from achieving economic independence today?
Wow, there's so much. You know, the more you dive deep into this kind of areas, the more you find the limitations and so much setback for women in achieving economic stability. But I think majority of these problems will be, one, lack of funding, the right funding. I know you hear that, oh, they're making big plans for funding here and there and all that, but it is still a problem because it is not well structured, or it is structured and it's not reaching the right women. So I think funding, it's one of the women's problem. Another problem you can say is community impact, limitations that women have, the expectations that, you know, women get, especially for women in Africa. You're expected to do this, you're expected to be that, you're expected to, you know, so it limits you, it restrains your dream, it restrains your dreams and passion to even be anything other than what the society wants you to be. So financial funding, community limitations, and even family support. You can even find a woman who has all her dream running and everything, and then family is not really giving her that support. And you think it's something little, but then it is so much, because how can she navigate her role as a mother and, you know, her career? You know, if she doesn't get that family support, it makes it really difficult for her to, you know, achieve that. So to mention but a few, these are just few, but I think pressing issue that women feel. And of course, the oga pata of it all, protection. Women need more protections in terms of ensuring that policies have been enacted, you know, to protect them. If you don't give women the right protection mentally, financially, you know, morally, and every way you can imagine, then the whole issue of empowering a woman, I would say it's needless and baseless, because it's just that you've offered a wasted effort. So you see, protection is very important, even in their mind, you know, mental protection as well.
What about culture? How does it affect women's ability to grow businesses?
It's our culture in Nigeria. I would say there's so much campaign these days about having a renewed mind, especially cultures that are religious based. You know, so I used to work for an organization, and I was pretty close to the family, and I literally do everything for, you know, this family, and the wives were so close to me and all. And then one time we had to go to the hospital because she had a little issue here and there, and she was like, no, I don't want a male doctor to touch me, you know. And I was like, okay. And I think we've spoken some times back about how she didn't get they didn't get the opportunity to go to school as much as male counterpart back then because they believed, oh, women will end up at home and all. So because we had that conversation earlier, I brought it up. I was like, ma'am, if we don't give women the opportunity to be what they want to be, how would you have a female doctor treating you today? And it really struck a nerve in her, and she was like it was like a realization point for her. So she was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. So it's these cultures that restrict women and call them, you know, full-time housewife, you know, as it is commonly known here, can limit and stop women. Culture of religion, culture of tribes, culture of societal expectations. These things can affect women. Culture of, oh, you're going to be a woman, you're going to change your name. And so what if she changes her name, you know? And these days, women don't even change their name. What they do boldly, they add their husband's name to their name, you know? So I think these cultures, I would say, because I'm in the women's space, I would say there's so much awareness these days, and women are really coming out to be better. But still, we cannot deny it is still a limitation.
All right. Now, beyond giving women money or training, what kind of support systems do they need to truly thrive economically? And what practical ways is your foundation helping women achieve this?
Oh, one of the practical ways that our foundation has been helping women is empowering their mind, helping them gain skills, and mentorship, coaching, and all. Because if you give a woman money now, trust me, it doesn't matter how much you give her. She's going to spend it all. She's going to spend everything and come back to square one. But we discovered that if we empower their mind, trust me, you'd come back in the next 2 years and you don't remember me. I was the woman that you said this, or you helped and you gave this opportunity, and you're like, oh, I'm glad that you've become this. So empowering their mind, giving them training, giving them real skills, hands-on skills, can actually elevate them. And that's what we are big on. We go beyond just holding conferences and talking and lamenting and talking about the problem. We see the big problem, we see the bigger picture, you know, so we just try to offer real-time solution. We've given trainings within and outside Nigeria, for that matter, because we cut across about 31 countries right now. We've given training for career-based women. We've given training on skills. We've empowered them. We've connected them to the right resources, right funding, right persons, right organizations. And those are sustainable impact and sustainable pathways to actually help these women. Because after you do that, trust me, you don't see them crying to your corner anymore.
So what, in your view, do other organizations, both public and private organizations, need to do to accelerate women's empowerment inclusion, economic inclusion?
Yes, I think one of the things that they need to do, public and private organization, is collaboration, you know, and especially working with grassroots organizations, grassroots NGOs and foundation that has the number, knows the women, you know, have been there, done that. When private organization collaborates with this kind of organizations out there, it helps them reach the grassroots women. It helps them reach, I won't say grassroots, because I mean programs differs, project differs. That some projects that wants to touch and center around women in the urban areas, and there are some that really want to touch on the grassroots. So program do differ, but then these women know the these NGOs, these organizations know the categories of women, who needs what, you know, and what to give to the right persons, and how it will reach this right organization. So collaboration is key towards getting the work job, both in the public space and private space, and especially the public space, I mean, which involves the Nigerian government and all. I want to just encourage them to be open-minded to organizations. Most times you find out that you write projects and partnership opportunities, and nobody's really paying attention to them, because of course, if it's not another big name like them, nobody's giving you that attention. So I think having an open mind and at least listening or just giving a second thought to that project, that suggestion, might just be that, you know, limelight that just sparks everything up.
I want you to talk to the Nigerian women themselves right now. How can they position themselves to take advantage of emerging opportunities in the economy?
Simple. Be open-minded. Read. You have to read, trust me. They said if you want to hide something from an African man, you put it in a book. And I believe we've gone past that parable. So be open-minded, read. Go to events that concerns your area of concentration, network with the right people, invest in digital knowledge and digital skills. The world has gradually, not even gradually, the world has literally moved to digital skills. So you must also get digital literacy. And trust me, digital literacy cuts across every sector in life. So please, I want to encourage you that being empowered is not a charity work or a gift that you're privileged to get. Being empowered is actually your right, because if you're empowered, it means you're paving way for the next generation. And the women that come after you will be happy that you took a bold step.
Now, very briefly, what skills or sectors should women focus on in today's economy?
Agribusiness, I think it is booming. It is a business that will never die, no matter, till the end of time. So agribusiness is very good. Importing and exporting is also an amazing. Get knowledge in these skills, know how to do it, know the necessary documentation, certifications, and registration you need to get in order for you to, get this agribusiness going on. Get digital skills, very important. Get collaborative opportunities, and of course there's so many. You can invest in fishery, you can invest in so many. It's endless. Be open-minded, and of course you can always come to our websites to find out more on the things you need to do and the readily available opportunities that speaks for this generation that you might love to be a part of.
Indeed, as Nigeria's sustainable growth, the role of women cannot be ignored. Thank you very much, Victoria Ogwuche, for your perspectives.
Thank you. Thank you.
We move now to talk energy.